Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, the market is still boring, right? Nothing is happening. We're officially into August right now. No alt season, no meme coin season. What's wrong with the market? Bitcoin is not moving. What's wrong with the market right now? Meme coins, top meme coins are not doing much, right? A lot of altcoins as well, not doing much besides a few, right? And what's going on, right? So the market sentiment is still not that great now, right? If you look at Twitter today, if you go on Twitter and start scrolling, big influencers from the smallest to the biggest influencers out there are shaking, are trying to keep things together, as the sentiment is really not there. Now, we have shared with you previously on a previous video this Google Trends, right? Cryptocurrency, Google, overall sentiment, the overall world. Are they interested into cryptocurrencies? Is it usually the right time? What's happening? And now we're seeing it at the lows, right? It is at the lowest point ever. So historically, this always been the best time to buy, because it comes down to one simple basic fact, right? You want to be early, right? You want to buy before people. And that's what I always look at, right? This is very important to look at, because the markets are like that, emotional markets, right? The market will always be emotional. The markets will always get people bearish and at the wrong time and get them bullish at the wrong time. It will never, the market will never give you honest signals. It will never happen, right? The market is always trying to play with you, right? Or play with us all here. The thing is, the markets will never be giving honest signals. That's something I really understand. I always keep in mind. When it comes to, should you be worried right now? Well, overall, the market is supposed to still go higher. Everything is pointing towards that. And especially when it comes down to these trends, right? If we had a big spike like in 2021 and then we're cooling off, then that would be over. We should be worried, but we did not have that now, right? That's the most important thing right now. Overall, as I always say, now we need to forget about Bitcoin. Bitcoin now is gonna do its thing. Like, it's gonna keep ranging here wherever it's happening. What I really want to make sure of is this the top, the actual top? Are we gonna see a dump here, or the party is over, right? And you can see now, whenever actually held this long on the monthly candles on Bitcoin, we never had that. So previously here we had this wick up here on the monthly, and then just like one red month and then straight back down, and then again here one red month and then straight back down. So now we did not have it. Actually, now we're holding that previous kind of support resistance here, which was the actual resistance back in 2021, and now we're actually above it. And as soon as we go below it, we get spiked back up. We get buyers coming in, people trying to keep that price up here, right? And that's a bullish sign to look at, right? That's the one more bullish thing here, and that's enough to keep me bullish now so far this long, or keep me bullish overall on the high time frame, on the fact that we're still going into a massive bull market, and the fact that we're gonna see all our meme coins going crazy, and the fact that we are gonna have the tide that lifts all ships, right? And especially, you know, the narratives that I'm long-term bullish on, like the Pepe verse narrative, Pepe flipping Shiba Inu, and we're gonna see all that crazy stuff happening. And most of the strong meme coins, like literally we're gonna see them. They're still the biggest gainers, right? And they're still the most profitable narrative in this cycle. And that's about it, right? For those that are not accumulating, or for those that have been waiting, or for those wondering when it's the best time to buy, when is the best time to sell, it's all here, right? Cryptocurrency, Google Trends, it's all here, right? Buy when nobody is buying, which is now, like, it's flat, nobody cares about crypto, and then suddenly it spikes up. So this happens when we start to see big pumps in the market. Bitcoin possibly going to 80k. That's what we're waiting for that max pain to happen, for Bitcoin to go to 80k, 90k, whatever the price that is needed to psychologically switch everybody back on, right? Either that, or I have this theory, or we need a massive shocker this cycle. Maybe Pepe going to 100 or 80 billion or something like that, or Dogecoin coming back to its all-time high, or XRP. So XRP is the most searched for, the biggest community ever. If you hear about meme coins with communities and coins with communities and stuff like that. So, well, XRP is that coin. XRP has possibly the largest community out there. They are called at this point, right? They love it, like, even if the price is not moving. So what I'm guessing is a lot of people are still down on XRP, right, from the highs. And we can really see this here if we add XRP, and you can see what people are searching for. And you can see right now, you see that XRP is the red line, and the same behavior was noticed also on XRP. XRP. A lot of people searched and bought the top on XRP in 2021, the peak, both peaks, right? But something interesting to see is XRP is always being searched for. It's kind of like always spiking. People are more interested into XRP than Bitcoin, right? They love it more. People search for XRP more. So this tells me that the official bull market hasn't started yet, because people tune in whenever Bitcoin pumps. They tune in back in and they search for XRP, right? And they see that it's still not there. So this big spike here happened on XRP, happened right on July 9th, between 9th and the 15th of July 2023. So what did happen then when we look at July 2023? Well, you see this big spike. This was the SEC win. XRP won something against the SEC or whatever. There was a further development on their case and favorable development, and people tuned back in. Price spiked 80% here, right? The price spiked here, and people tuned back in, and you can see that it's completely reflected in this Google trend, right? You see it, right? You see people tuning back in. And then what happened when the price dropped? Also, interest dropped. People did not search. So this goes for a lot of coins that people are still stuck on, or like still completely holding these coins at a loss, underwater, and they're waiting. So the official bull market hasn't even started yet, because these people are still tuning back in, looking, waiting to sell their XRP finally and get rid of that pain that they've been through for this whole time, right? These people bought the top here. So that's not fun, right? That's not fun to be buying the 2021 top. And now look at how long that is, right? Like till now, this is actually 1,100 days, which is around 4 years, basically, right? This is around 4 years, and these people are still down, literally. So you gotta ask yourself a question. If most of the retail, when they come to the space and they buy a coin that is the most shilled coin that everybody is talking about, and this is the best coin ever, and everybody buys the top on that, and then it drops, right? It drops and never comes back up, right? So these people now, they don't like cryptocurrencies, right? These people, they lost their money. These people are still in XRPs. These people waiting for XRP to pump to finally get out. That's why I have this thesis around XRP pumping and starting the actual bull market. So this needs to come back here at least, right? To actually start a bull market. And there is a lot of liquidity here that needs to be unlocked. Like these people that have money here, right? They're waiting, right? Some people have 10K, some people have 100K, some people have millions of dollars stuck on XRP, and they've learned their lesson. They've spent 4 years now looking at this, right? They spent 4 years looking at XRP not pumping, and they're mad right now, and they want it to pump. And as soon as this is gonna happen, all this money is gonna flow to the best assets right now, to the hottest assets, and we are ready, right? We're ready for them. We're here. That's what we're trying to front run. So, and this goes for a lot of coins, like even Cardano, right? Even Solana, but Solana pumped already, and Solana freed a lot of liquidity. When Solana pumped, people had more money, and that's why also one part of the reason why we had this Solana burst, ecosystem burst, where everybody had a lot of Solana to play with and buy meme coins on Solana. Unfortunately, a lot of them lost, but you can see that ecosystem, that Solana ecosystem really thrived from that. And we have that Cardano as well. So Cardano is not as popular as XRP, but this also was one of the most popular coins here, right? Everybody swore by it, and we can look at it here as well. And you can see as well, like Cardano here, Cardano is as well spiking with the Google trend, cryptocurrency overall Google trend, right? And you can see it's spiked back up, and you can see as well, right? People bought the top on this and it never came back. And you can see that there is still interest, right? People still search for it. It spikes, right? It had a spike at the end of like December 2023, right? It had a spike here. So what did happen there, right? So you can see here, December, exactly. Now you can see that this actually reflects 100% what's happening in the charts. It's like literally you can read what people are doing just from looking at the charts. And you can see here, so December 2023, what we had, Cardano finally breaking out from this long range here, reclaimed that like previous range, and then it spiked back up. December, right? December 2023, what happened? People started searching, right? The price spikes and then people start searching. It's not the opposite. It's not like people are searching, then the price spikes. The price spikes first, then people start searching, right? So that's how it actually works, right? And this also shows you that we're early, because once the price spikes back up and starts pumping, the overall cryptocurrency trend is gonna spike, right? People are gonna start searching as a reaction to the price pumping. It's not the opposite, right? So people search when they see the price pumping. And this spike here on Cardano, when the price spiked back up tells me that there are a lot of people also stuck in this, right? Underwater for a long time as well, right? 4 years they've been underwater, and most of them are here buying from the top, and a lot of them have a lot of money. I could even argue that Cardano has more whales than XRP, because this was like literally promoted as the next ETH and the ETH killer, and it was a new cycle coin and people loved it and all that stuff. And I could argue that there is a lot of liquidity stuck here. So at this point we really don't need retail. Like retail already came in, and like half of the planet already bought the cryptos from 2021, and they are stuck in there waiting for their coins to pump finally, to just break even. And I have friends that call me and just tell me, yo, when is this gonna come back up? Like crypto ruined my life from 2021. I have all my life savings still in there. I need it to come back up, right? And most of these people are on XRP or on Cardano or on these like Avalanche, and some of them were on Solana, but now they're out, right? Because they got lucky, but then they got back into memes on Solana. Some of them made money, some of them didn't. And you have ETH, obviously ETH is king, and people that are on ETH, they really is sitting on their hands comfortably, because ETH is the second best cryptocurrency out there, and it's almost close to its all-time high. Nobody really is freaking out about it. But you've got other coins like Phantom, let's say FTM was like one of these coins, or Atom, right? Or DOT. All of those, if you put them here, it all shows you the same thing. We have spikes when the price comes back up, where people start to get interested and start to be curious and want to know if the price is gonna come back up, right? And this happens with basically everything, right? So the thing is, we're still early to this, and we can even add Dogecoin, right? So Dogecoin also is another of these catalysts that if it pumps or comes back to a new all-time high, it could be that catalyst that gets us back into the bull market, or at least gonna free a lot of liquidity back into the market, into people looking again to buy something. So this was one of the biggest spikes you'll see, right? You see that how huge that is compared to the overall cryptocurrency keyword. Dogecoin keyword is one of the most, or was one of the most searched in 2021. You see this massive spike. This tells me a lot of people bought the top on this. A lot of people are still holding. That's why like Dogecoin now is at $20 billion in its market cap, right? So 17 billion. So you can guess that a lot of capital here, a lot of liquidity that is waiting to flow down, go down to these lower coins, Pepe, SHIBA, Dog, we've had and stuff like that. And then when those are gonna do the same thing, it's gonna go back to their lower market cap related coins or derivatives or whatnot and stuff like that. And you see here, Dogecoin spikes also get spikes when the price spikes back up. This means that people are still searching for it, even if nobody's talking about it, even if nobody cares about Dogecoin and nobody thinks about it. There are people still looking into it, right? There are people, right? They tune back in quickly when it's like 20%, but most of them will tune in when Dogecoin is actually close to its all-time high, right? Like 75% close, right? And the only meme coin that got close to that is Shiba Inu, right? So if we write Shiba Inu coin, you see that as well. Shiba Inu coin, this was the top on it, right? This was the top. It's kind of, people started searching for it here, but it actually topped here, and as soon as it topped, this was actually the peak on that. And what you see here as well, it spiked back up on 3rd or 9th of March. And if we go back and look at Shiba Inu and what happened at that time, and you will see that Shiba Inu got at its all-time high, right, around the 3rd and the 10th of March. Where is exactly that spike, right? The price spiked back up, people came back in, they came back in to search what's happening, what's going on with the market, right? And a lot of them sold, right? A lot of them sold, and possibly now they started buying something else. And something interesting to see as well, so this orange line here is Pepe chart, right? So I added now Pepe chart, and when you see that Shiba Inu spiked back up, Pepe pulled a new all-time high, Shiba Inu came back, Shiba Inu retraced almost 50% of that, right? Previous all-time high. From its previous all-time high, it retraced 50% of that previous bull market top. And as soon as it started trending down, right, Pepe started trending up, right? And what this tells me most likely is that people that tuned in when they seen Shiba Inu pumping, those that could sell, or they were at least at some like decent levels from the previous cycle, they could get out finally. They started buying Pepe, right? Pepe started pumping while Shiba Inu was going down, and it's like a clear out performance, right? like Pepe is outperforming Shiba Inu, right, when it's pumped. And this tells me too, like once Shiba Inu is gonna recover as well, like Shiba Inu is gonna come back here or close to its all-time high, or XRP is gonna come back close to its all-time high, or Dogecoin, people are gonna buy the new thing, the thing that hasn't dumped yet, or the thing that is hot right now. And you can clearly see on this chart here that Pepe narrative is hotter than the Shiba Inu narrative, right? And that tells me also I'm super early on everything else, right? Like the Pepe narrative and Pepe flipping Shiba Inu, and we're gonna have all these retail searching again and looking for Pepe, right? And if you add Pepe here, nobody's looking for it because it doesn't add it here. Even people are still not looking for it. It's just the crypto natives, people that understand what's happening, people that understand that new cycle coins outperform the previous cycle coins. It's those are people that are buying now, and they do understand this fact. But as soon as Pepe is gonna flip Shiba Inu and people start to search for it again, and it's gonna be a popular meme coin and everybody swears by it, it's possibly gonna go to 20 billion, 50 billion, or even more. People are gonna start to swear by it, and we're gonna see this kind of like spike back up. When you look for Pepe or Pepe coin, people are gonna start searching for it everywhere, right? Or I'm gonna make a video titled Pepe coin and it's gonna get 100,000 views or 200,000 views just because people are searching for it. Like even now, like sometimes I look at those YouTubers that talk about Shiba Inu, and you'll see like in like the peak of Shiba Inu's hype, they were getting 100, 200,000 views or 50,000 views, or some of them even like 500,000 views about Shiba Inu, but now they barely get 1,000 or 2,000 views, right? And that tells you that a lot of people bought this, right? Bought Shiba Inu at the top, and the same thing is gonna happen for Pepe, right? The same exact playbook, right? As soon as Pepe is gonna be that viral meme coin, everybody loves it, everybody wants it, we're gonna start to see the spike, right? So now we're not seeing it. You see, like now we're barely seeing any, like if I add Pepe coin, so Pepe coin just started like May we had a spike on Pepe, and then we had another spike here, right? And then now it's completely gone. Nobody cares about Pepe coin, right? So we had Pepe, like I call it Pepe coin because people actually type Pepe coin. They don't type Pepe alone because that it's not specific enough for them to search. So Pepe, end of April, like 30th of April, 6th of May, we had a spike, right? People searched for Pepe. Wow, what's happening with Pepe coin? What is that? Pepe, people searching, right? But not as much, right? But people were searching. So what happened in that April, May kind of phase, right? So Pepe got listed on Binance, and suddenly everybody started searching for it, right? It got listed on Binance 5th of May and with a strong all-time high. And this was the time where everybody started searching for it, right? So this was April, May. You see this spike here, 6th of May, exactly when it got listed on Binance, and then nobody cared about it for a long time. And this was the best time to buy. Then it spiked back up, right, with everything. This was the 9th of March, which basically we had another altcoin season, meme coin season. Everybody was searching, everybody was buying the top and everything. Everybody was euphoric and happy and all that stuff, and they're buying everything, right? And you know, that was also the all-time high on Pepe, right? So if you go here, March, right, 9th of March, remember this date because everything was pumping on that day, right? Everything, right? But you couldn't time it. You couldn't be like the guy that timed the market and came in right here and bought everything. Like you couldn't. The only thing you could do is DCA in these ranges. That's why I say timing the market beats timing the market. You can never find out about the actual dates where this is gonna happen. So you see that spike. Now the second spike, we did not get much of a search volume on it, right? Like it didn't really get any substantial search volume. Like people did not care about it, and it happened regardless, right? We had a pump, which tells me, right, this is strong, right? This means people are buying it without searching for it, or at least this is not retail buying. These are actually people with strong interest, strong conviction buying this stuff, right? Buying Pepe. Anyways, just to tell you guys, once we're gonna have the same spike on Pepe like on Shiba Inu, and we're gonna have the whole cryptocurrency market having this spike on search and everything like that, I do think that Pepe is gonna see it as well. So we're seeing it here, which means the price is likely to do what? To go up, right? To go up massively, substantially for people to actually tune in and start searching for it. And we're gonna see that spike. The same thing we've seen with Shiba Inu. I just shown you now, Dogecoin, XRP, everything that pumps gets people searching, right? And that's how I see that. I am still early. This is still gonna play out. I'm just holding right now. If you're holding, if you already got into entries, the best thing to do right now is just to wait, right? And wait for that actual massive season to happen, because I do think it's still gonna happen, right? And for those that are still sidelined, historically, this being the best time to be buying cryptos, right? When you see this trend here, right? Now, obviously, cryptocurrencies are risky. If you're not willing to lose money, don't come here, right? Don't do that. But we're just looking at the data and what's happening, and everything is showing to or pointing towards a massive altcoin season, meme coin season. And this usually like this whole spike up or altcoin massive altcoin season lasts around 5 to 6 months, right? So this whole thing, this whole time you're just buying everything, you're just actually waiting and preparing for this 5 to 6 months time where everything is green and everything is pumping. So that's the whole thing we're doing right now. Anyways, guys, I hope this was helpful, and overall we're still going higher. The real altcoin season, meme coin season hasn't happened yet, as I just shown you. And thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.